What's cracking, everybody? New video, or is it? Back by popular demand. They wanted me to finish it. They were like, "You dragged us through two of them. We gotta finish this." So I'm back with I'm back with the invincible Jaime Morgan Kane, 34 years in California prison. But this is still only part one. This dude did three parts with him. I'm gonna finish this video. You know what? This video is too long. I'm gonna dabble into some more of this. I think this is where we left off. Before I go anywhere else, let me say something. Have you noticed? Boom. Thank you to my subscriber, Alec. Alex sent me a PlayStation 5. I'm in the game now. Uh, I really appreciate that, man. I thank you guys. And I thank you, Alec. Anyways, we're going to get back into this. Let's see how far we can go with it. And let's see the twists and turns of the most invincible, most gangster uh, individual. As we see, let's just take a good look before I even start. Hopefully, my picture, I think my pictures, my section is blocking off Sean Atwood. But yeah, they've got their crotches aimed at each other. Nobody make a wrong move, and everything's gonna be all right.
He goes, there's going to be a bloodbath one of these days, and I don't want to be around because you're either going to kill a lot of people or they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of them to do it.
We saw that part, so we're just catching up. It's gonna take a lot of people to kill him because they're very inexperienced.
And there's going to be a lot of shooting. And he goes, I don't like shooting. He goes, and he gave me a line that I used many years later. He goes, all my life, he goes, I've never been allergic to anything but one thing, and that's small lead projectiles entering my body at high rate of velocity. Ruins my whole day.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't want to be around you when that starts happening.
Look at his eyes. Look at the way he does this. What is that? He's tough though. I mean, look at him. Look at his face. Eh? Obviously. But he thought he told a good joke right there, and when he realized even the Brit didn't think it was funny, then he was like, "Oh damn, let me roll my eyes and lick my lips at him, get him back on my team."
Yeah.
So anyway, he tells me, but watch yourself because they're still trying to figure out. But then I find out from one of the runners for the BGF that nobody else is going to help him. It's going to come out, and now they're upset because they went to the bikers because they knew I had some click with them. Bikers said, "Hey, he's a patch holder."
Patch holder for what? Oh, for that thing on his arm right there. I don't know. Look at. I don't know biker gangs. I don't. But is that something that in California, that whatever that is on his arm? Any bikers in the comments? Is that a patch that somebody out here in California would have respected and been like, said that? Like, is this? I don't know, but I just I know what I know, and that's why I know how bad this story is. But it's hilarious, and we can't stop, right?
Yeah.
We're not going against him.
Yeah.
Why would we do that?
Mm-hmm.
So now they're really limited. Now they've only got a body of about 15 guys that they can actually send against me.
Yeah.
Is he serious? So he's saying one of the most notoriously violent and deadly organizations that has ever existed, one of the most, one, it's ever existed in the California Department of Corrections, even in the federal system, that they only have 15 people, first of all. But that those 15 people aren't enough to take him down. Men that had to do the things that this guy has never done in order to get to where they are. This dude, one of them could have destroyed him. Like, then again, he's a patch member, you know? I don't know.
The two guys I already fought they're not going to come against me again because they don't want them to get beat again.
Yeah.
Because then it really looks bad. If one time, okay, that could be a fluke. Wesley's not going to come against me, and the two upper shot callers aren't going to come against me because they're both older guys. And so now it's this small group of people they've really got.
Well, couldn't they send them all in at once?
Yeah, so they're.
See, Sean's like, okay, wait a minute, I've done time. Oh, excuse me. Sean's like, I've done time. I know when these groups, any group, if there's a group behind the walls, decides somebody's got to go, he's gone. But let's get into this.
So they're thinking about it.
Yeah.
But at that time, they didn't do that.
Okay.
At that time, they didn't have that cowards running pack mentality.
Okay.
At that time, the most they were to do is send two guys after you.
So it's all man on man almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So the thing was, there were a lot of blind spots at Folsom.
Yeah.
And one of the places was down Blood Alley.
Did he just stick his foot in his butt? What was that adjustment he just did? He's in the talk about, I heard him say Blood Alley. So he's in Blood Alley, and he decided just, my foot needs to be all the way inside of my cheeks to tell this part of the story. It must be, I guess it's about to get good.
Alley, a place called Blood Alley, where a lot of stabbings would happen.
Yeah.
Because the gunner has to almost turn around to try to shoot down the alley. There's no clear shot for the gunners.
Right, I see.
And the only other tower is way up on the top of the Industry Hill.
Yeah.
And unless you were a crack marksman, you ain't hitting nothing from up there.
Okay.
It's just too far away. You
Yeah.
can record it, but you can't hit it.
Yeah.
Well, when you're on the yard, usually you showered down Blood Alley. They had these showers back there you used. Well, I don't shower in the yard. I saw no need to go down there. But
Yeah.
anyway, one day, I happened to be walking down the Blood Alley area.
Shower sharking, probably.
And out of the corner of my eyes, heightened awareness, I see these two guys get up from a table where they were playing cards and start walking my way.
Yeah.
So as they come walking up, I see one guy's got his hand cupped.
Yeah.
That tells me he's got something in his hand. The other guy, I see he's got like a bag in his hand here. So I'm figuring he's got something to throw at me, in probably my face here.
Yeah.
So that distract me so the other guy can stab me. This is my thinking. Well, as they're walking up,
That was a long pause, right? He was putting it together, though. Let's see how good it came out.
together here,
The old let me put my hands near my crotch so Sean can stare at my crotch move. Let me draw the whole thing in my crotch area so that Sean is distracted. Sean, he's playing you a whole different way, big dog. And you had him back 2 more times?
and I'm walking here. They're expecting me to go this way, so I suddenly did this.
Okay.
And when I spun back around to my right,
Yeah.
the guy with the bag decides to throw the stuff. Well, he ends up hitting the other guy partially in the face with this, like it's like an ash, soda ash type stuff they got from and it would actually cause part blindness
Where'd they get it from?
from the industry because they do license plates and they had all this chemicals. So they had this powdered soda ash because
Yeah.
they couldn't get liquids down. And so he throws it and he gets the guy on the left side of the face. The guy turns and the guy.
See, now I'm trying to listen. Okay, he turned to his right. The guy was on his right, threw it to his left. I don't know, man. I was waiting for him to joke and really get him and draw. He was drawing the thing in his lap and then grab his shoulder and be like, ah. But I guess that comes in part 2.
Guy, of course, now reaches out with all his distance to get me.
Yeah.
Well, he catches me right across my hand. I got a slight scar, you can see
Oh, yeah.
here. So he catches me, cuts me just across my hand. Which time I grab him, I turn his hand around, I take the knife away, I throw the knife up on top of the building, I snap his elbow, I throw him to the ground.
Yeah.
The other guy drops the bag because he's already pretty much thrown all of it away, runs towards the showers, yelling, "It wasn't my call, wasn't my call, wasn't my call. I didn't mean anything." At which point in time, 3 guys come out of the shower and start beating him up.
Beating them for failing the
for
mission.
failing the mission and for yelling that it wasn't his call.
So, so, um, I don't know where this guy gets this from. But the way it would have gone down if it was a real thing would have been nothing like that. But let's use his scenario. Okay. The three guys in the shower, if they decided a move needed to go down, they would have jumped on this guy because the other guy, they'll get to him later. That's not the target. That's somebody that just showed cowardice, but that's not who the target is. Why would three dudes go? This is nothing makes sense. None of it. This dude is hilarious though because he really believes it. But what I like is that I think Sean realizes none of it's true. But the crotchal paintings, you know what I mean? The crotchal theatrics have him confused. He's like in a daze right now. Sean. And I know somebody that knows you, Sean. A buddy of mine is a buddy of yours. So I'm not trying to beat up on you, big dog. But call him back. Call him back and call him on his stuff, Sean.
Wasn't his call. And the guy's on the ground with the broken elbow.
Mm-hmm.
I kicked him 6-7 times in the ribs and told him, next time you won't walk if you come after me.
Yeah.
And I walk away.
Yeah.
So about a week goes by, and finally I get the rumors that it's now coming to a head.
Mm-hmm.
And
let me guess. Is it going to be the blacks again that are telling him everything?
part of my job in the hospital was we had patients from time to time, so I had to take library books back to the library, exchange them.
Yeah.
So I'm walking out one day, and I'm walking along the fence line with both hands full of books.
Yeah.
And there's Wesley Tucker, and he's got like 9 guys behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're right behind the bakery, which is right their walkway. And he walks up to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "We've got to resolve this. We got to resolve it today."
Mm-hmm.
I told him, "Okay." He goes, "So here's the deal. You can't be independent. That ain't gonna go no more."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm gonna give you some choices. You can come be a torpedo for me.
Mm-hmm.
You can come be a mule for me.
Mm-hmm.
You can PC up,
Mm-hmm.
or you can become my punk because I need a new old lady."
Holy. Sean's believing it. He got Sean all back up in there.
He's basically calling you out the last
Right.
2.
And he's got these other guys, and I could see knives in some of these other guys' waistbands. And he goes, because otherwise, he goes, "I'm going to have you stuck."
Yeah.
He goes, "So make a choice." And he goes, "No, I kind of hope you pick number 4 because I really need a new old lady."
Oh
And
my
he turns,
God.
he turns for a moment, and he smiles at the guys behind him.
That's the worst thing you can call him. A punk.
And when he turns back around, I go, "I'll take number 5." And he goes, "5?" At which point in time, I hit him as hard as I could in the chin, knocked him to the ground. I picked him up, and I threw him up on the fence line.
I'm concerned about the books, man. This is very responsible of you, Jamie Morgan Kane. You were sent to go. Hold on. Who's that? You were sent to go deliver the books to the library player. Where are the books? Where are the books when you're being that inconsiderate and punching people in the face as hard as you can and then picking them up?
And I started hitting him in the solar plex.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that this can look like this
Ooh.
from a gun tower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all the guys around him all take off running because they know there's
Of course they do. Of course they do.
guns going to be
Okay.
firing.
Okay. And they
And-
shoot to kill here.
Oh, well, the thing was at that time, yeah, they
Yeah.
shot to kill, if they're,
Yeah.
particularly if they think there's a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm hitting him, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He goes, "They're going to shoot us." And I said, "Are you afraid to die?" Right? At which point in time, at that moment, a bullet hit right by my foot, and
Yeah.
I snatched him and I spun. And as soon as I spun, a bullet hit right where we were standing on the fence. And I slam him up against the fence again, and I start hitting him across the face with my left hand.
Yeah.
And I hear the alarms going, and I look up, and out of one building comes these cops. And there's this one cop, and he's half Mexican, half Samoan.
Yeah.
He's about
Big dude.
6'6", 400-pound solid muscle named
Yeah.
Magdaleno.
How does he know that? How does he know what his racial makeup is? And where are the books? Where are the books, Jaime? He's irresponsible, man. He's very irresponsible.
And he's running full bore. And I see him, and as soon as he does, I step back and I open up my hands and spread my fingers so he knows I got no weapon.
Yeah.
And this guy hits me so hard physically, he almost cheese grates me through the chain link fence. I ended up having bruises for 2 weeks that looked like chain links on my back from where he hit me. Knocked all the air out of me, and he's holding the fence, holding me up against it. The other guys come and grab Tucker.
Yeah.
And they take him, and they go and they cuff us, and they take us upstairs above the admin building. And they put us, and they got me in one room, him in another room. And I can hear him. And he's like, man, the guy's crazy. He said he wasn't afraid to die. He's not afraid to die. He's crazy, man. You can't have him around here.
That's exactly the face he's making right there is what I'm making inside. He doesn't even believe it. Look. Is it? This is the worst and best storyteller of all time. And the most irresponsible because those books are missing.
And my thought is, this guy's big, bad shot caller, tough guy, gonna have me killed,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And he's whining like a broad.
Yeah.
This is my thought,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in comes this big black correctional officer, correctional counselor 3 named Mr. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Brown sits down and he looks at me, got a stub cigar in his mouth, and he goes, so you're not afraid to die? I said, it's not what I said. He goes, what'd you say? I asked him if he was afraid to die.
Yeah.
He goes, well, what's that supposed to mean? So, well, he's the one that kept threatening me. I just wanted to let him know if he's all that, then, are you afraid to die? Because trust me, when this all comes down.
It's over. It's over. You don't make statements. When you make a statement, it goes on the report. Come on, Jaime.
You're probably going to not be breathing.
Mm.
And he goes, did you just make a threat to that man? And I said, no, sir, I have never made a threat in my life. It's a promise. If that man ever gets in my face again, his breathing stops.
Yeah.
I promise you. And I said, the thing about threats is threats are things you don't necessarily mean to keep. I've always kept a promise.
Yeah.
And Brown goes, oh, yeah.
I need him to promise to never talk again on camera. Please. This dude needs to go back on that show. Hey, Sean, get him back on your channel, man. Get him back on there. Hey, Sean looks like one of the blue men, though, huh? Never mind.
Oh, yeah, you're nuttier than a fruitcake. And he gets up and he walks out. And a couple hours later, I get taken over. I get put in kind of an administrative segregation area. And this cop goes, did you just beat Wesley Tucker on the yard? I said, yes, I did. Oh, man, it's going to be bad for him. He goes, why didn't you have somebody else do it? And I go, well, he tried. And he goes,
well, he's very talkative, huh? Oh, talking ass tough guy. Jaime.
are you the guy that got here just a couple weeks ago and already beat some of them up? So in the ring? He goes, oh, no. Now you're up here? I go, well, yeah. He goes, you're going to be transferred, right? And I go, no. He goes, yeah, you can't do stuff like that here and stay here. He goes, you're going to be going to San Quentin.
Okay, look it. I'm a lot younger than this guy. But we still know the history of the prisons. When we go in, you learn history. You learn a lot of different things, right? San Quentin and Old Folsom were very, very dangerous, very treacherous. Um, but there was something that was known that distinguished one from the other. There were a lot more stabbings in San Quentin, but when they hit you in Old Folsom, they killed you. It was rare for somebody to get hit in Old Folsom and survive. Old Folsom was more seasoned veterans of prison warfare. And that's why I'm gonna end this here. I don't want to keep going. This is it's funny, but then it's not. But like he said, he was in his 30s, but he said in the part one, I'm older than no, you weren't. At that time, I think it was you had to be 31 or over to hit Old Folsom. And those guys were seasoned. Those guys were bona fide killers. Most of them had at least one body under their belt in house. So this story and you know shot caller scared and talking to the cop, none of it happened. I believe what he said, what he was telling the cops happened. That's why he got transferred. Had it been the other way around, where that guy was the other guy was making all the statements, they would have transferred him. So hopefully you guys enjoyed part 3. Hopefully you don't ask me to keep going with this dude. I need to find new stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down, but let me know what you didn't like about it. Let's work on this. Let's streamline this channel together. And if you guys know somebody that you think would like the video, share it with them, right? With that, everybody stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out.